How's it going, everybody? I had to reboot my phone in order to do this video because my recording was not working so well. This is Miguel from Guardians of Ulyaoth, and today I'm going to be doing an epic rap battles of history reaction to James Bond versus Austin Powers. Now, I'm not going to try to do a lot of analysis on this one. I'm just going to go ahead and play the song with minimum pausing possible. Unless there's a point I have to make. And before I forget, like, comment, subscribe, and remember, for every reaction, there's an immediate action. And a happy 420 to everybody.
They were not as crooked and rotten as your teeth are. I go balls to the wall for on this whack twat in an ascot. Blast shots at you like gas from the back slot of the fat Scot.
Not gonna lie, the costume design on both characters, very good. Excellent work. I'm almost convinced that really was Daniel Craig.
Permission from the crown to put a scoundrel down. I've earned it. I'm licensed to kill. You couldn't get a learner's permit. After 24 films,
License to Kill was the first Bond film I ever owned, but it wasn't the first Bond film I ever seen. First one I've actually seen was GoldenEye. Then I saw License to Kill. And I still like both movies. Then again, I love all the Bond films, even the sort of bad one.
I'm still reaching new heights. Your third movie died. Guess you only lived twice.
That's one of the few ones I actually did sort of enjoy. You Only Live Twice. But I didn't care much for Thunderball. Let's continue on.
Spell my name. The ladies wanna be on D. Any sex
The
appeal you
silhouette
might have
sexy
is
one.
beyond me. I'm the spoke from a head to my toe, and after this flow, I'm done. I only need one round. Golden gun.
I want to start doing that with all my videos. Just have a gun barrel and then just with my my automatic match just bam, just come on. That's awesome. All right, let's continue. And the reference to Golden Gun. I love the Golden Gun. Almost as effective as the silver PPK.
You look a lot
Or the
more
silver
blonde
gun.
in your movie, baby. That's alright. Let's just keep it groovy, baby. That's an exposition. Tell me this will be boring. But Jesus,
That was a good costume design for Austin Powers. Having to wear the frills.
I've also never seen a man with glistening thighs. I mean, you can't shag properly with that wax tuss. Birds flock to the musk of my chest bud. Yeah.
I never get why Austin had the hairy chest, even though it does look like a pair of dick and balls.
Caught you with a little striptease in the judo shuffle, swinging on it like a 60s. Yeah, defenseless, my rhymes can't be deflected. You like all the sex I've ever had, unprotected. Yeah.
Like all the sex I've ever had unprotected. Well, yeah, only the greatest of agents doesn't need defense, you know. That's why Bond is Bond.
I want a hero with a little personality. No one wants to sit through your gritty reality.
I prefer to see the gritty reality. That is true. They made Thunderball. There was a dispute with the writers and the screenwriters, so they remade it and they called it Never Say Never.
One of a kind, you're always getting remade. You can't touch me, double OV.
Well, it's not that they're getting remade, but it's a reincarnation of Bond. You know, but it's the same story. They're all connected somehow. But it's not that he gets remade. It's just that he, much like Doctor Who, he evolves. Different actors, same character. But the series continues on in its timeline, so...
I can't believe I'm wasting my time with this clown. I should be on an island with a fucking model by now, sipping dry martinis and peeling off bikinis, not rapping against Swedish penis pumping weenies.
It's funny because he says that, because in my mind I'm thinking, Daniel Craig is married to a very beautiful woman, and I'm thinking it kind of sounds like he's saying I prefer to be on an island with a model. Maybe it's my bad interpretation because of a little bit of liquid truth there, but I don't know. Like, it is true that Bond always seems to sleep with like model type women. Like, he's never with like a plain Jane. I noticed that. It's probably why he's never gotten his money penny.
I wouldn't exactly call you original.
Hey, Sean Connery Bond.
Handing out ass whippings. I'm on some real James
James
Bondage.
Bondage. Oof. That's a good one. But yeah, the original Sean Connery James Bond, when he holds the gun like this. That's the iconic one, I know. God, my stomach is really killing me. That's the Sean Connery I've known to love. Let's continue.
Performance doesn't stir me, and I'm certainly not shaken. What a shitty acting in my action film. I'd go and watch Taken. I see.
Hey, come on. Taken wasn't that bad. Taken 2 and 3 were bad. 1 was good.
Gadgets and I piss on them all. I don't need a cue to break your ball.
I don't need a cue to break your balls, like the cue ball in pool. I love it. I love it. I love the writing. I love the style. And I love this matchup between 2 James Bonds and an Austin Powers.
I'm the granddad of the brand millions of fans have been sold on. You're so far
Is he wearing the Sean Connery swimsuit from Dr. No? Like the one he always wears when he's like at the beach or something? I guess he thinks it looks good.
enough, I should call you Bond. Cool.
Hold on a second.
Piss on them all. I don't need a cue to break your ball. I'm the granddad of the brand millions of fans have been sold on.
You're so far up on my nuts, I should call you Bond.
Cool, Bond. Yeah, could I get back in
Something about like the phrase like "far up on my nuts" just gets me. It gets me to laugh. I don't know why. It sounds funny. Like it's like you're so far up on my nuts.
To break your ball.
I am the granddad of the brand millions of fans have been sold on. Yeah, I've been sold on James Bond. That and Mission Impossible movies. Oof.
Please, you velvety hat. It's the movie business, and you've had your six.
Yes, he did say that iconic line in Dr. No, when one of these henchmen was trying to kill Bond with the Smith and Wesson, and yeah, it is true that Sean Connery did 6 Bond films, which is insanely crazy. But yeah, there was a point in the movie in Dr. No where he's like, "That's a Smith and Wesson, and you've had your 6," and then shoots the guy with his replacement gun. So it kind of seems like fate that Sean Connery did in fact make 6 Bond films, and he did use the iconic line, "You've had your 6." Had it not been for that line, I don't know what they would have put for this one.
The world has had quite enough rug-wearing misogynists. Yeah, to be honest, you are a bit rapey. I mean, I like to swing, but Dr. No means nothing.
Okay, that is true, because his were filmed in a time where men still saw women as objects in a way, I guess it wasn't until like years later where women were finally liberated from the shackles of law that now they're able to do what they want. More so than that, but I'm all about equality in all forms of life. But even though I believe animals rule the world. But yeah, women's rights, you've earned them. And in the Bond era, that wasn't always the case. Sad to say. But it is true that in his movies, he always does seem to kind of push. Let's see. Oh, man, which one was it? I don't know if it was Thunderball or Never Say Never, where he gets the girl in the Turkish bath scene. Yeah, she says no so many times, but they're still doing it. Or Pussy Galore from Goldfinger. Pushes back, and then she gives in. Pushes back, but you see her like fighting. And that line that's paused right there, I'm an extraordinary gentleman. That was from, well, the movie could have been better. The book was better. From The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Please, I'm an extraordinary gentleman. I'm distinguished. If they made him any mean, they'd have to cast Peter Dinklage. Or maybe they should cast a Bond who's actually English.
Oof.
Why, pussy, aren't you the cunning linguist?
Whoa. Did you see Austin's face in the corner?
Distinguished. If they made him any mean,
Like,
they'd have to
look at the side of the screen. Look at Austin's face.
cast a Bond who's actually
Look at
English.
him.
Why, pussy, aren't you the cunning
His mouth
linguist?
is wide open.
Got a knack for licking old cunts. After I beat you, I'll kick the shit out of the man who does your stunts. Now you listen here, you little duck face. I'm all in. I'm ready to die any day that you want.
Die another day. Slight Die Another Day reference. Look at Austin. He's like, which one of you's gonna fuck up? Oh man, I thoroughly enjoyed this one. Ben and Atha. So he's the one that plays as the Daniel Craig version of Bond. Now looks like he's playing. Was that a clarinet or an oboe? Can't tell. But anyway, that's it for Epic Rap Battles of History. James Bond versus Austin Powers. I gotta say, the Bond references and everything was just perfect. The costume design, perfect. Epic Lloyd's Scottish Connery accent, top notch. You know, but I love the subtle rhyming. But the winner in my book has to be James Bond. He delivered the hard punches, even bringing in his older version. Growing up, I saw the Bond films not in order, but it was until I got into my adult years I saw it from beginning to now. And I watched them every single chance I get. I love the James Bond movies. No offense though, after Die Another Day, the movies kind of got a little bit more tasteless than water. But not to say Daniel Craig's a bad actor, but I just don't really see him as James Bond. I mean, I know he's supposed to play the younger self, but I don't know. I felt like they could have picked somebody else, but hey, Daniel Craig made a much bigger career out of that playing a stormtrooper in Star Wars. But other than that, I love the video. Shout out to Nick Peter and Epic Lloyd, and the cast and crew of Epic Rap Battles is just amazing. You know, like I could see them doing like probably a miniseries on TV. I'd watch it. I mean, it's like behind the scenes of this. How did they get like the design work for the backgrounds, the CGI? I like to know what those chicks look like from the silhouette when they were dancing. I want to see that actually. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I will keep continuing making videos on 420. And hope to see you guys in the next reaction. Stay tuned for more.